What is going on? What is going on, Leo? How you doing? How you living? It's your boy. Look, it's early in the AM. You know what I'm saying? How are y'all doing this AM? Good, I hope. Good, I hope. Listen, I'm going to start making sure that I drop videos in the AM. Give me your morning motivation as well as the afternoons and the evenings. Just had to get things a little bit situated. Put a few videos up on the new channel. Today I'll be getting busy with the NARC channel. Also moving videos over to the podcast Sigma channel. And, just getting, content flowing on all channels. Getting used to that on a day-to-day basis. And you Leos out there, light workers operating in Leo energy and birth chart placements, think about doing this as well. Think about trying to, having multiple projects going on at one time. So that way, whenever you see one come to fruition, you have other ones, coming in at the same time or trickling in shortly thereafter. And hang on for a second, it's a little bit too loud. You'll have things come in and they'll just keep cycling in. And if you keep doing this, you'll just constantly have, winds come in on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? And they'll just snowball and you'll just be in this flow. So what I like to do a lot is I set up a lot of projects. And then, I like to do that. And I've never had situations where, if not all, most come through. You know what I'm saying? I do have situations where that happens. It's very rare that putting projects into place and then building on them, all of them at the same time, that most of them don't work out. I mean, if they don't work out at all or whatever, that hardly ever happens. And plus, you're always winning that way, right? And you're always building. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always like to do. I like to always try to do better, be better, improve. I'm also learning to pace myself, though. So let's get a little bit of an AM read going on, you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's raining, cats and dogs. Cannot walk outside at all. I mean, it's raining way too hard. I'll wait till it lightens up. Go back out there and start doing what I got to do. So basically, Leo, and this goes out to, well, at least this first part goes out to Sigma males. Right now, there's a harsh reality that the ladies are having to face, which is, all this masculinity they're running around in. They're going to have to do something differently. And they're not really trying to hear that. So we have to stand firm in our resolve and not give in to the carnal pleasures of the flesh, because that's the only thing they have working for them right now. And it's not hard because, listen, these women are running around so much trying to, have their businesses and everything going on and trying to maintain an appearance in front of their friends of being independent while trying to date men. They really don't have the time and not taking the time for the inner care, the shadow work, and the self-care to a certain extent. Now, if there's women out there, not all women, there's obviously women that are celibate and women that are handling their business, and they know, how to get what they want, and they know how to approach a man. But for the majority of women out there right now operating in masculine energy, they really just don't. They're not trying to. They have everything sewed up. They literally get online and they argue with guys they find attractive, bickering with them, right? Even coming up with weird ways to gaslight you and shame you for, defending yourself and also blocking them. They want you to listen to them run their mouths, but they don't want to listen to you at all. And they want you to be held accountable and responsible for the mistakes they've made. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the failed relationships that's made their mindset the way that they are, and also, you know, the children out of wedlock that they're thinking about in the back of their head that they have to provide for, find somebody that's going to deal with those kids and them. You know, more likely, kids don't have a great relationship with their father, and you know, they're probably undisciplined, right? So, you know, it's just a lot, and they know it's a lot. So the best thing to do is to gaslight you about your problems or what they believe. Basically, just project onto you all of their problems and then start reaching for other ones. But you have to maintain your masculine frame. You have to remember at all times there's twice as many of them as us. All we have to do is get our money right. All this babble doesn't matter. You have to get to that point where you're just like, all the babbling doesn't matter. That babble works on Pookie and Ray Ray, which is really what they want. They want a guy that's going to go over there, not really care, kind of tough or acting or whatever, in and out, you know what I'm saying, breaking backs. And then they're not really trying to have nothing meaningful. They're not really they will take apart a guy that's trying to be on top of his game. Just go and just take him apart. And don't care. They do this because they really don't want to have to compete. They're really not trying to look for a good guy. They really want just a good time. You know what I'm saying? And Pookie and Ray Ray's giving it to them. So they're arguing with us all day, hoping to get us to bend our will a little bit, break, get you to, you know, lay up with them. And then they're over here treating you like, you know, it's ridiculous. You guys out there doing that, you got to stop. You got to stop. Hold your seed, build something, have something worth something. Stop giving your energy away to these women that turn right around and act like you're a man and men are trash. And we're such trash, but they keep steady coming back to us. And you guys keep giving in and listening to the babbling. It's the babbling for me. It's all the rhetoric, you know what I'm saying, that they're pushing. You know, it's all these different talking points that they've collected online to justify their horrible life and the bad decisions they made. And then they'll project it onto you and make it seem like you've done something wrong because you don't want to take care of somebody else's kid that's not disciplined, because, you know, she's in her masculine energy. So she's running around here trying to be a player and trying to juggle men, you know, and when she sees she can't juggle you, she wants to just disappear and then pop back up later on when you start looking better and better. And what they don't understand, and see, I'm real big on this, right? And everybody knows me. But these, you know, online personalities, they have no real intuition. So they go off of what they've seen others do, what they do, and they start making a bunch of assumptions and having opinions. And it's really leading them astray. It's really leading them astray because they have no idea what they're talking about. They have a lot of talking points from Pookie and Ray Ray, but not so much for a Sigma man. So we're kind of like right now out there just building. There's just no real dateable options. It's too much of juggling of men. And I'm collecting data. I mean, I have women's numbers, and they come back and like my videos on TikTok and stuff. And, you know, I share my videos. They don't really respond to it. It's like they're waiting for me to get to a certain place. And, you know, some women have come off, you know, in the beginning kind of sexual, overly sexual, are now trying to breadcrumb and come off like they're a good girl. And you've already then showed yourself to be a very sexual person. You've already, you know, right out the gate sent me somewhat not illicit, because, you know, you weren't nude, but I mean the cheeks are out, and you're just, if you're doing stuff like this, don't turn around because I'm not receptive of that and I'm not jumping for joy and trying to jump in your pants. As, okay, strategy number 2. Pull back. You're already showing me you're a manipulative person. So if you're an overly hypersexual woman, just stay that way. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You might meet a guy like that. Or maybe you're not so hyperly sexual, you're messing with everybody. Maybe you're only messing with one guy, but, you know, you're still super hyperly sexual. Be who you are. Don't try to turn around and be something that you're not and then think that's going to work on me. It's not going. Maybe the next guy. Maybe you learn from me and you know not to do it the next guy, and you'll be able to fool him, but you're not going to fool me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just be who you are. If you're really just sexually attracted to me, then be that. You don't know what's going to happen from that. You don't never know. But all this assuming, and fellas, all this assuming that they're making and trying to figure us out so they can be ahead of the game. And they say they're doing it so they don't get hurt. This one trying to pop out. They say it because they don't want to get hurt, but you know what I mean? Can't make this up. They're saying, oh, I want to get hurt, and we're just vetting, and no. A lot of women have the tendency to they call it vetting, but it's really stalking. It's stalking, and they watch you, study you, and I get a bird's eye view, man, because I'm out, and about. I'm looking for women like in public, so that's why I'm leaving out every day and making myself available out. That's why I'm done making videos between 1 and 6. I'm hanging out with my son, leaving outside of here, going out by myself, going out with my son, just like looking around, meeting women, stuff like that. It's a whole different world, fellas, on the in the real world. Right, like you can catch a woman that's on social media too much. She'll be trying to get on it while you're talking to her. But a lot of women in person aren't on social media like that. They're not obsessed with it. They're not overly trying to figure out men. They're not trying to create content. So they're studying men to make content, making themselves weird. It's best to meet somebody in person. The world wants you to believe that you have to meet everybody online now, when back in the day, the only way you can meet people online was through like Facebook, Black Planet, and a couple dating sites. And it was looked at as weird. And now that's the typical way to start dating now. And that's dating sites should be obsolete. Any woman on a dating site, she's desperate, never talk to her. Never. Unless you're in the streets too and you're a dirtbag. She's in the streets. She's in the streets so much. She needs options online, in-person options, but she's ruined pretty much ran through all of them in person. So she has to get online and spread out. Don't never, ever. That's why I'm thinking about not even entertaining women on not Facebook. Well, Facebook too. But TikTok, which TikTok is like the new Facebook or Black Planet, right? TikTok or YouTube, because these women are really just on here making content. They're not really, I'm not talking about all. But I gotta say that because they just be assuming I'm talking about all. You should know I'm not talking about you. If you're happy, you're with a man, you're not jaded by men. There's obviously great, content creators on here, spiritualist women, but there's also a lot that just perpetuate their traumas, and they project it on the people, women, whoever listening to them. You know what I'm saying? And here you are, you know what I'm saying? Just on your stuff, maintaining what you have, focused, making sure that you're not letting anything slip. You're on your bill paying, you're on your savings, you're watching all your material things, and by doing so, you're not allowing for anyone, not just some random woman that's trying to talk about being a kingdom spouse. You're making sure no one is able to come in and mess up what you're working on. You got your eyes on the prize. Period. All of them. Your eyes and your third eye. You know what I mean? And you notice while you're doing this and you're not giving any attention to women, the women are coming at you even harder, almost as if they're trying to knock you off your square. Like they're trying to get you to put your attention into them, the same level of focused attention you're putting in your business. They want you to put that into them. They're not trying to come in and work around that. Right? Now, see, for a while I was so busy I had no time. Now I've worked it out, so I'm getting everything done in the AM. So between 1 and 6 p.m. I have all the time in the world, schoolwork, hang out with my son, text message, whatever. But while I was trying to build this, I had a lot of women that gave me their number. But what they did was, when I wasn't responding back to them, they disappeared, fizzled off. You want to know why? They're juggling men. They're dating multiple men. They're keeping their options open from fear of getting hurt or feeling like someone's trying to ghost them. When no one's trying to ghost them, we're just building. We even tell them, like, look, I'm building right now, but once I get to a certain place, they feel like you're trying to play them. So the name of the game is to play you before you can play them. Well, who are you playing? I'm celibate. I don't care. You're just exiting stage left and showing me that you weren't worth my time to begin with. You were just trying to have a good couple times, rolling around in the hay, probably try to mentally manipulate me afterwards. You know what I'm saying? They'll have all kind of shenanigans. They'll get online or they'll talk to you and you be talking to them and you're just like, yeah, I'm focused on me right now. And, don't tell them nothing about your previous relationships or nothing. Nothing of that sort until you're getting to know them on that level. Not in the very beginning. It should just be like your favorite color. What do you do for your free time? Where do you live at? You know what I'm saying? As far as your state, like what part of it? Where do you go out to have fun? Stuff like that. It should not be trauma bonding. Don't tell them or use it against you. whether they use it against you in your first little, back and forth, or they'll use it against you in the back of their mind. Oh, okay, so he's, going through and his ex is kind of like out there doing a whole bunch. Okay, as if they don't have baby daddies out there doing the same thing, as if they don't have exes that are actually popping up in their life causing them problems, right? They will judge you, though, however, as if they have nothing going on and they have the right to say, oh, okay, even though you have nothing to do with that person, even though, you can't help that person's running and trying to find a way to, delay. These women will sit here and act like they're looking for reasons to discard you because you're not doing what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? They'll look for a reason to try to like exit stage left. And here's what you have to do. Let them go. Don't say a word to them. When these women just disappear on me, I don't say nothing to them. And guess what happens with almost each and every one? They come back and start watching. Look at this. I can't make this up. 2 cards flipped out. You know what I'm saying? 3 cards. Shoot, man. I'm just going to lay them down. Huh? Man, we got 4. Let's see what all 4 of these cards. I'm gonna roll with all of them because they all look like great cards. And when I pull them, what I'm saying, this stuff comes right from my mind. These cards, it's so easy for me to pull these cards, y'all, that match up what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I got a 9 of Cups right here. Man, you are holding on to your abundance. You know what I'm saying? You got it coming in. You got that flow going on. You're confident. Everyone sees it. You're a conqueror. You know what I mean? You're on your chariot. Can nobody knock you off or get in your path? Can no one knock you off your focus? You know what I'm saying? Anyone gets in your way, gets ran over. You know what I mean? You have these ladies on here, not on here, but in your life, your presence, if you're a content creator, if you're on social media at all, which is pretty much most of all men, because we know we have to have a social media presence nowadays to even talk to these women. They got to be able to look you up and see that other women like you for them to even entertain you. You know what I'm saying? And then when they do that, they're looking for reasons. Because if women aren't chasing you down and you're not dating a bunch of them, they're going to start automatically assuming there's something wrong with you. Why? I have no idea. I thought they had a problem with guys running through women and being always in somebody. Then whenever you're not, oh, it's a problem too. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? What we got going on, child, right, y'all? You know what I mean? Look at you right here. 7 of Swords. You know what I mean? You done sat here and cut off, had all kind of people stab you in the back. You know what I mean? You just like, man, I'm toting these swords off. It don't mean nothing to me. Oh, you got all these, you know what I'm saying? All this gossip and assumptions. You can consider those to be the swords. Man, you toting off them assumptions and all this gaslighting BS. Looking back, you see him looking back and there's more gaslighting and BS. He looking back, man, whatever. Man, whatever. You watching me, right? Yeah. So what are you talking about? It's all about, especially nowadays, with everyone, not just women, but mental manipulation, even if they don't know. No one can come to you, you know what I'm saying, with, hey, I find you attractive. Let's get to know each other over time. And, I'm not saying you got to only be talking to me, but you have to put some effort in. If you're messaging me and we talk a little bit and then the next day, they do this thing where they're waiting on you to respond, to hit them up first, and then it's weird. It's a way for them to try to gauge if you're interested, which is not a smart idea. If I'm interacting with you, period, I'm interested. I'm a Sigma. I'm not an Alpha. I'm not chasing a bunch of women. I'm not giving a bunch of women my time. You know what I'm saying? Or my reflections out there, or lady Sigmas out there. You lady Sigmas, make the roles. You know what I'm saying? Apply. You know what I mean? I just have to make sure that the men have representation, because there's none out there. It's just women using the cards, since the cards are mostly jaded towards women anyway, putting everything on women and being in power, and everything that has to do with anything being bad is masculine, right? So the cards themselves are jaded and biased towards women. So I'm always going to interpret the cards off of my perception and my intuition, never off the actual look of the card, because the whole system is set up to empower women. And we're not going to, there's nothing, we don't have nothing that can disempower us. It's not going to be like that. We're going to make it work for us. You know what I'm saying? There's some guys in here doing it, and they make it big. I've been looking around now. I didn't even know this many guys in here doing it, right? They keep it more generalized, though, because they're trying to get in that woman audience. Women will come around whether you make it more specific to guys and look out for guys, period. But see, I'm going to be one of the few that's not pandering to men, because I'm going to get on here and check y'all and let y'all know what y'all need to be doing, but definitely not pandering to women. Definitely not pandering to women. There are so many channels out there that pander to women all day long. Those same women are still single. Those same women are still jaded. Those same women are still looking for a good man. And instead of them stop listening to the pandering from other women that are single and don't have themselves together, they go on and listen to the pandering. And again, I'm not talking about all readers or all spiritualists or all prophetic word. I'm talking about the women, you know who you are, that are out here pushing a bunch of jaded rhetoric. And you do it without blinking an eye. I just take notes. Because I've had one of these women hit me up, texting me all normal or whatever, go on Facebook, and she's a full-out feminist. And she's clapping her cheeks in every story, talking eloquently and everything to me on over the phone, talking like, you know, she has a degree and everything. I go look her up on Facebook, and this person is clapping her cheeks. And she gave me her number way before I got her Facebook. You know, she just plays games. So when I didn't respond back to her, she disappeared. About a month later, she asked me on Facebook, and we've been friends on Facebook ever since. And this woman is always, she's now on TikTok, clapping her cheeks. You know, but before she was just, you know what I'm saying, she hit me up on Facebook, but I hadn't added her yet. You know, she hit me up on Facebook, we exchanged numbers, and then after I added her, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of just, they want to be wild, but then they want to come off like they're not wild to you, but they're just wild right now. They're just wild right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The King of Pentacles, look at here, man. What did I tell you? Man, you are a king. You got, you know what I'm saying, your pentacles. You on your throne. You know what I'm saying? You see the way he's just sitting there looking, you know, like, he's sitting there looking like, whatever. You know, these women are out here running their mouth. You know, this man's on top of his game on his throne. You know, these women are out here trying to pick at him, you know, or people trying to pick at him and get at him. You see what's going on in the background, right? Got his castle out. I mean, he got the leaves and the brush on him. This man is comfortable and solid, you know what I'm saying, in his divinity and in his kingdomship right here. And it doesn't matter to him, you know, there's leaves on him and growing up. It doesn't matter to him what's being said or what's going on around him. He is planted. He is grounded, you know what I'm saying, in himself, confident in himself. He knows himself. So no matter the gaslighting, no matter what they're doing as far as, because they're watching us. If you're a Sigma right now, these women are watching us. You know, they're not going to ever approach like that. But hey, listen, shout out to the ladies that have the guts enough, the fortitude enough, and just the vision enough to put themselves out there and approach us. I want y'all to understand, just because we were busy and now we're coming into a place where we're finding time, you're going to be the ladies that we hit up first. We're not going to forget about y'all. It's not like it used to be where you feel like all guys are just trying to get as many women as possible. No, we're looking for a good one. There's too many scallywags out here. There's twice as many women as there are men. We're looking for good ones. So, but sometimes we're busy and y'all don't understand men. Y'all don't really understand how men think. You really don't. Even though a lot of you are starting to move like men, you don't think like men. That's where the problem is. You guys are tapped into your emotion, but you're moving like men, which is causing a lot of, so it's making you talk like trash and move like trash. You know what I mean? But still think like women and get emotional when the guy doesn't respond the way that you want him to. But then you'll project onto the guy and call the guy emotional because, you know what I'm saying, he ain't really entertaining your BS or he blocks you or whatever. No, it's you being that kind of way while trying to act like you're masculine, but you don't know what masculinity is. You can have masculine energy, but masculinity is male masculinity is two different things. Like, we can balance our feminine energy, but we're not women, right? Like, I won't have that, you know what I'm saying, emotional, what, you know what I'm saying, connectivity on a higher, like you guys have naturally. I have to really work to get there. You notice like you guys got to really work for the logical side without coming off super masculine and like you put on jeans and sag and be farting and spitting and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you're not really washing your butt. You know what I'm saying? Like a trifling dude, like an alpha dude. Alpha dudes, Man, they're out there chasing women so much, they're not taking care of business. That's why they gotta live with somebody else and be codependent, because they need for someone else to take care of home while they're out there running around. When you're dating, it takes a lot of your time. I know. So why do you think I'm focusing on my business? Because the dating will come at any time. When you're dating, it takes a lot of time. And if you're out there dating a lot of men, women, you're taking a lot of time out. So I'm sorry, I don't think you're taking the time for your self-love. I don't think you're doing anything but washing your butt whenever you feel like it's necessary to wash your butt. Not taking multiple showers, so-called spiritual baths all day long. All y'all aren't doing that. All y'all aren't doing that. I shower 4 times a day, at least, man. And I work out a lot, so sometimes it's 6 or more. Y'all are not washing you want on my skin glowing. I wash a lot. I wash. Gosh, my card fell over. It's a full card, though. I wash a lot, fool. I wash a lot, fool. You know what I'm saying? And while y'all over here not really doing that, and you're online or putting these pictures up, I was married and I was in a long-term relationship before that. I know you jokers will put on clean clothes without washing your butt. I know you jokers will get online without washing your butt and possibly not even brushing your teeth, especially the ones not showing their face. So what I'm trying to tell you is, while you think that you're running around posting up pictures looking good, we know that that was a moment in time. You know what I'm saying? But you're probably more than likely trifling around that moment. Meaning, when you were taking those photos, you probably weren't washed up, lotioned up. You know what I'm saying? Because you ladies are able to get out there and portray yourselves, a certain kind of way online. But the reality in person is not the same. Most of y'all are so invested online, you're not putting the time into that in person, or having a personality. Fellas, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. They have no kind of personality, and they still think their looks are going to get them. I'm looking too good to be worried about how you look. There's half a many of me. Matter of fact, the bracket I'm in, there's like only a few of me, and there's too many of y'all. I don't understand why y'all keep living the delusional life that, okay, I can eventually break him down, or he'll eventually wear down. Man, I don't tell y'all how many women hit me up. I don't tell y'all at all about the different numbers I get when I go out, right? From women approaching me. I just don't get on here and talk about it. So y'all are assuming that I'm, he seemed like he's stuck on his ex, and I'm going to go ahead and discard him. You can do whatever you want to do, and I'm not going to get on here and correct you. You also can believe that I'm down low. You can believe all what you want. It don't make me no never mind, because you don't know me, and you're too cowardly to do what needs to be done to get to know me. But then you got the guts enough to watch me all the time, right? If you don't like what you see or like what you hear, why are you watching, right? Y'all sit here and not listen to a man at all, watch me all day long, and not listen to me at all. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. You know what I mean? You sitting around watching us, studying us, think you're going to slide up in, when you think a guy doesn't have his sense on right, or he's soft or whatever. I know better than to run around here screaming and hollering. That's not, a woman will think that okay, based off of that, when you don't give them nothing, they got to start making assumptions or approach you. And when they make assumptions, that's how you find out they're not tapped in. That's how I find out who these fake spiritual women are. When they start making videos about me, without saying my name, and then they or us as a collective of men, because we're kind of all moving the same. But most of the time, I want a few that are a reader online. They be talking about male readers. Some of these jokers will say gray beard. It'd be like Leo. You're in isolation. And there's a lot of guys out here doing it. But you're in hermit. You went through it. They basically describe my life. They know what they're talking about. They know I'm going to be able to pick up on it, right? But then they'll start like, yeah, but you seem like you're just, you're real mean right now, and you seem like you're holding on to a lot of this. Is them trying to change the way that I am through their videos, right? Or, just venting because they know they can't have me. But, they know I watch a lot of tarot. So this is them, trying to brainwash me into thinking that I'm being too mean, or I need to let my guard down. They want me to date them so bad, but they will not come out and say it. Now, there's a few of them that did. You ladies out there that pretty much said it, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are dope. Still need to say my name or whatever so I can know that you ain't, you know what I mean? But, but some of y'all to be saying Lone Wolf, and some of y'all to be saying King David and stuff like that. Well, you know what I mean? Y'all quoting the Bible, but we know y'all talking about King David right here. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all all sexy. All y'all be talking about King David. Y'all know who y'all are. Be looking good on here, quoting the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Be making that eye contact. Show your face every day. You know what I'm saying? That's sexy. I like that. But then there's other women that sit out there and just watch and watch and watch and then hope that they can. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do. I think they're just venting when they get online and complain. What did you complaining about the way that a man is being a man? How is it? Why would I listen to you? Why would we listen to you? Keep complaining. Pookie got you. Why would I change anything? I'm a man. I'm being a man. The same thing that brought you over here in the first place builds me into the person I am. You don't get to come over here, see what you know what I'm saying, like what you see, and then be like, but I need for him to because he's just a little bit too. No. I come off abrasive because you know that you are the kind of woman that's going to try to run game on me, and I'm not going to let you do it. Any woman that's not trying to run game has given me her number already. We've already talked for a long period of time. Notice you women want to game all the time, and you know you can't game on us. So you start coming up with all this rhetoric. I mean, they come up with it, and they still single. It's like you're doing all this, but nothing's working out for you. That's what you call insanity. That's what you call delusional, and that's why I'm not out here dating all free willy, letting you guys, you know what I'm saying, come in and mess my head up with all your trauma that you have not gotten over, you're not healed from. Not going to do it. And then you see some man over here completely healed, and you want to act like you ain't got no sense. We're all about our self-love right now and taking ourselves completely serious and not allowing, women or jobs or family to gaslight us and are thinking that we're less than, or we don't know what we're talking about, or we don't know what we're doing. The fact of the matter remains, all these different women that you guys are interacting with that's arguing with you and talking about feminism or whatever, 9 times out of 10, you didn't initiate the conversation with them. 9 times out of 10, they're coming towards you to speak to you. So if whatever they're saying is true, why are they always coming to us to voice their side and their opinion? Why are they not just speaking to the women? Why are they telling us we don't care? They see that we haven't changed. Sigmas are still moving the same way. We're not giving up any room. And now some of the alphas are starting to because alphas always copy us anyway. They're not going to really do it because they're going to run through women no matter what. They're codependent, but they're online talking about we're not giving up like that no more either. And we're gonna bask in our masculinity, which they've been kind of doing. But there are those pandering betas, even the pandering betas, beta preachers and stuff like that have been pandering their butts off for years. They're finally getting up here talking about, don't tell me how to be a man. Now it's funny because I've been going live talking about that for quite some time on TikTok, saying those exact words. Don't tell me how to be a man. I can't tell you how to be a man no more than I can tell you how to give birth to a baby. And now I got preachers saying the exact same thing. You smaller content creators don't never doubt your intuition. If you see a bigger content creator or a preacher spitting the same words you basically said, they're watching you or have somebody watching you. They're watching you or have somebody watching you, because these preachers like TD Jakes and all these jokers like that are not coming up with these different little quims and stuff on their own. Whims and quims. They're not doing that. They're having someone else write for them, and they're having people look and search out stuff, especially super small content creators like me that have no visibility, but I got the message and I'm super solid. They do it to me all the time. I'm still going to get blessed. I'm still going to get big, and more than likely when I get big, I'm going to call them out. But, what I'm saying? They do it to me all the time. Don't never let anybody gaslight you when they think you're not as great as you are. It's an attempt to take away from you so you start doubting yourself. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're eating off your plate every chance they get. Every chance they get. The women included. They over here adjusting the way they talk and move based off of what I'm saying, but they ain't gonna never give me credit for it. They ain't gonna never say nothing to me about it. They're gonna like the way that I look and be looking for a guy that dress like me, act like me, but they never say nothing to me because the blueprint itself, it's just too difficult for them to try to even muster up the courage enough to compete for, right? So they would just rather learn from me, maybe find something like maybe a signal on the rise, catch him while he's growing, and then stunt him and start controlling him, right? And I'm not saying that all women are going to try to control men, but you ladies, you got to understand, when you're out there putting out information, not talking about the men that you're dating, but talking about men in general, and call yourself pulling from the collective, talking about a man you're not even seeing, and talking about this man is doing this and that and the third wrong. Do you have a man? Do you have a man? Are you single? Do you have no kids? Some of you have no kids, but I'm going to tell you right now, from what I've seen online, the content creators with no kids, not all of y'all, but are crazy as you know what. They are really out there. They really over there acting like they stuff don't stink. And like there's not twice as many of them as there are men. Like, they're not going to age out. And like we're not going to look better with age. It don't make no sense. I look way better now than I did in my 20s. Are you insane? Are you insane? It don't make no sense, y'all. And then they'll steady be over here living in this delusional reality, trying to gaslight you into thinking, I'm fine as you know what. I'm super sexy. Yeah, maybe for the next 5 years, right? Maybe. I'm looking for longevity. I'm not looking for some chick that's a cheeseburger away, some super thick chick that's a cheeseburger away from, being obese or that waistline not looking right because she ain't wearing a waistline, the waist trimmer or waist slimmer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't been walking for a week. Now she's all bloated out and looking big as a house. No. I can't make this up. I'm out of your league. And instead of just saying that, because y'all never get online and say that, hey, there's just some men that's out of our league. No. You got to find all these different reasons to be like, I'm out of your league. You don't approach me because you know you're going to get turned down. If you had the guts enough to approach me and you thought you had it like that, like some of them ladies have done, on TikTok, you would approach me already. You ain't got it like that, and your confidence definitely ain't like that. So what do? You get online and say that the men don't have the confidence, right? You'll say that the men are, not operating in that proper form when we're operating perfectly fine. We're building, we're worried about ourselves while y'all are sitting here staring, watching us and, trying to figure out how can I psychologically slide up in and get what I want without having to do all this work that this man is trying to get me to do, because I'm so used to men not really requiring anything of me. I'm just pretty. I know I got that, that wetty wet, and they all just want to run for it. Well, all of us men aren't thinking like that. I know you get your raggedy ass up every day, poop and pee like everybody else, right? Breath stanking, right? And you got to get up in there and put yourself together like everybody else. And I got to hope that you're doing that every day. Not only when you're coming to see me, but doing it every day because it's the right thing to do. And a lot of y'all aren't. So you run around here pooping and peeing, knowing there's about this much separating, but then you're not washing. So things are leaking into things and all this stuff. And I think about that kind of stuff. You're going to sit around here all day pooping and peeing, but you ain't going to wash your butt? And you got about this much separating the two? Man, come on now. Come on. But y'all want to sit around here and think that I think about this kind of stuff. I do. You know what I'm saying? I take a lot of care. Women even can notice it. And you wash a lot and you smell good. Women be talking like of course I smell good. I smell like conditioner. If I wash my hair like black folks, we ain't got to do it every day. But conditioner, lotion, cocoa butter, you know what I'm saying? My cologne, all that kind of stuff, right? All that hand lotion. I smell like all of that detergent. I'm really big on fabric softener and detergent. I smell like all of those things at one time. Fresh breath, you know what I'm saying? Just a breath of fresh air just hit you at once. Oh, y'all be like, oh, whew. Women be around me scooching in closer. I be in lines at grocery stores. They be scooching in closer. They want to talk to me all close. They want to sniff me up. Plus, I watched these readers, man. I told these readers, they are tapped into the collective of women, and they can tell you what other women like. They're like a source to let you know what a bunch of women are thinking. So if they're tapped in, if they're just on here perpetuating drama, don't. They're tapped into some negative. But the ones that are good and you can just go to. You ain't gotta talk to each individual woman and interview all. You can just go to. You gotta know how to move. And by looking at certain readers and then going and meeting certain women in person, the ones that are working in places and also shopping, I've come to a consensus, way better to meet some women in person. They're way nicer, even if they have a social media platform. And on social media, they're trying to portray a character, which everybody kind of does. We build a character online. So you can't take everything that they say because they're titling stuff for views. They're making videos somewhat for views. It's just business for some. It's just business. And that's why I look at it with some, but some of them get passionate in it and they're doing more than that. And they're like bashing men and they claim they date men and only men. So, we got to call them out. I ain't gonna hold y'all any longer. It seems like the longer videos ain't doing as well. But this one will be longer this afternoon. It won't be as long, but I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. We're gonna go ahead and give one more pull. But fellas and, ladies that are Sigmas, flip the roles, because if you're dealing with a alpha male, you're dealing with a very emotional, codependent, type of male. So, it can apply because he's all in his feminine energy and not balanced properly anyway, being masculine enough to be a man, take care of himself, and not need other people to give him energy, or a woman to feed off of, or a family member, or mom's car, or a grandma's house, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Or an allowance from a parent or some stupid crap like that. Like a real man doing real stuff. The problem is y'all have had so many of these boys. And what y'all do is y'all project online. You'll get online and be like, don't let the traumas of your past cause you not to be open-minded to the women. We're not going to do that to you. We're not going to be like that. But y'all get online and do the exact same thing. You get online and talk about all men and this masculine, just being all over the top to get the women worked up. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. And what you're not noticing is, which you are single, if you're looking for men, any man that got any sense and goes and check your social media out and see all that pandering, and he ain't gonna try to figure out what is pandering or you really feel that way. He's gonna say, I'm just not gonna deal with it. I'm just not gonna deal with it. You got it. You got it. I ain't gonna deal with it. I'm not interested. Hey, listen, man. Literally, like whatever I say, the card. That's why I say I use the cards for confirmation. Guys, look. Whatever I say is the truth, man. I don't need the cards. I don't need the cards. I have the cards for, confirmation purposes for you guys. I know what I'm talking about. I'm putting you on a game right now. I'm letting you know what these women are thinking and what these women are doing. You know what I'm saying? So just pay attention. Don't listen to them. Stay on your square. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Stay on your square. Maintain your boundaries and your standards, and don't listen to them. Don't listen to none of them. If you're making content like me, of course, watch a little bit of it so you can make some content off of it. Don't be stupid. They're doing the same thing to you. But don't listen to them. If these women were successful, they'd be married. They'd have great businesses with their partner. They have their own line running their mouth. And nobody ever looks to see if someone's living by the advice that they're giving. Living by example. They'll be out of shape. They'll be on there telling you, drink more water. You want to tell me to drink water? And I can see all your pores? What are you talking about? Are you just saying stuff to say stuff? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So you have to pay attention. Don't just listen because it sounds good. And that's what everybody else is doing. And that's why these women are getting views like that. Listen, there's some great ones out there, though. There's some really great readers and spiritualists. But there's a lot of dirt bags out there that just don't know what they're doing. And they're always watching me because I look good. I mean, I'm fine. But instead of them watching me and talking about how fine I am, they start trying to come up with different little things that's what they always do, to pick away your self-esteem. So your next thing you know, you're needing them to validate you. I don't care what you chicks think. You got to remember, you goofies are watching me every day. You're waiting for me to drop content to critique me. You think I care what you say? I'm not watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are watching me and making content. And then since you watch me, you know what I'm saying, so much, you pop up in my feed. And then I see your title, Leo. Obviously, you're trying to get my attention. You know I'm going to go on a video that says Leo or pick a card. I remember I said something about pick a cards one time. Next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of pick a card videos that popped up. It just lets me know who's watching me. They're also trying to monopolize on the male audience that they feel like don't even exist. You're not going to be able to do it. You pander too much to women. I'm going to get that male audience, and I'm going to show you how many men are actually watching these reads, because a real man is going to get his information from everywhere and then use discernment to see, okay, I looked at this information from the spiritualist. I got this information from the news. I got this from the radio. I got this from my friends. I don't believe this, or that, and I take that. That's how men move. So I'm going to get all these men that are on here that go around looking but don't never say nothing. I'm going to get them over here. Y'all keep pandering to women. Keep pandering to women. I'm going to get the men over here. And the women that want men like me, that want to watch men like me to get a man like me or me. So y'all keep pandering. You're going to lose. You'll get your views, but you're going to stay low vibrational. That's the losing part. You're staying low vibrational so no man wants you, while you're talking about everybody else being low vibrational. All you do, I got away from narcissism talk because it's low vibrational. If you're on here talking about karmics and exes and toxic masculinity, you're basking in negativity. You're not going nowhere in life. You are nowhere in life, and you have no man. Period, point blank. And I'm out on that one. Love myself, love yourself, and love God. I'm out. Y'all ain't fooling nobody. Keep watching my fine black ass. That's all I gotta say. Fooling nobody.